centers in the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency at the University of Ghana. At the time I got there around 8:30
p.m. or
a.m.
Okay.
The registration had started. It started on time. It was scheduled to start at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So at that constituency, at that particular registration center, registration started on time. The turnout wasn't so good, but students had arrived. When I got there, there were about 30 to 40 students there. The Member of Parliament aspirant, John Dumelo, was there, and he was actually asking students to come out of their rooms to come and register. Each person spent a maximum of 20 minutes at the registration center. Their cards had not been printed. By the time I left around 10:30, so I was there for about 2 hours. By the time I left, no card had been printed yet. But it looked like the process was, was smooth, and there were no complaints at that time. So later, when we crossed over to listen to our other correspondent, was it Crosby?
Noble Crosby,
yes, at the other centers, and he told us that from where he was, some of the centers had not started registration, and some parts of the Western region had reported doomsday registration online and inability to print because the printers weren't working and so on. And so it looks like majority of the centers had complaints, but the one I visited was pretty smooth. But I think this one we want to find out from you.
Yeah.
Have you or did you visit any of the registration centers yesterday? What was your experience? Was it smooth? Did you have problems? If you have actually received your card, let us know also, and let us know exactly which center you visited for first-time voters. And we saw that there were a lot of people who had already registered, or at the center I went to, there were a lot of people who had already registered, but had also come to the center, encouraging young people to register from the various political party camps, which I also found very interesting. They say that encouraging them to register would somehow boost their confidence in December towards their winning or not during the general elections. So you let us know. We're going to put the number on the screen now.
Well, the EC has addressed some of these complaints. In fact, yesterday, Dr. Srebo Kweku was on all the media platforms explaining what exactly had happened. In fact, they said they equipped, their personnel with necessary tools such as TurboNet and data. For some reason, it didn't work, but they can assure that from today, they're going to make sure that everything runs smoothly and hopefully will not encounter these challenges as we have. I mean, last year, there was also, well, not last year, in 2020 or so, when this happened, they also encountered challenges. But in actual fact, they still exceeded the number that they were hoping to get. They targeted 700,000 first-time voters. They exceeded by 211,000. So in total, they had about 911,000 new voters who registered, even with all the challenges. We're hoping that these challenges can be addressed so that we can still exceed. But let's take our first caller this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
My name is Commander from Tamale.
Thank you for joining us. So what can you tell us about the registration exercise yesterday? Did you visit any of the centers?
Yesterday, we didn't feel Kura. The way it was going, Kura is not good.
Can you explain further?
When you go there, the people who reach 18 years, they come out and they have not started yet because somewhere around 12 that they started it. They're putting the cars up to 10.
What was the reason for the delay?
They told us that they will start around 7 to 6. But the time that they will start, they able to start the way, they start around 12.
Why did they start around 12? What was the reason?
We don't know. We don't know. We're there and town and the place is too hot. And some places they even busing people from different regions to another and from different constituencies to another. They are going to create some conflict in this country. It's not good.
So you say they were busing at the center where you were. Were there cases where people were bused from other areas?
We even heard some people, they bus from some people from Togo to enter around Bimbra, Zabzulu, Katali side to register there. Who told you that those people are Ghanaians?
Okay.
Because that side is on border side, they used to bus people from there to come. And they even refusing to bus some people from Tamale to Savannah to register there, which is not good.
Okay. Well, I'm sure.
If you are thinking, if you are going to be from different constituencies, and you want to pick a parliamentary candidate for another person from different constituencies. And if the candidate that you are going to pick, if you went to parliament and you don't know how to work for the people, you are doing the you don't know how to, you are punishing the people that is in that
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your consent as well, and our reporters will be looking into that. I'm sure the EC would as well also do some further investigations if there is, evidence that some people were bused to certain areas to register when they don't belong in those areas.
Yeah, there were similar accusations actually in Ayawaso as well, where some of the constituents believe that people are bused from other constituencies
to come and register
so they can vote there, so that whoever brought them would have an advantage during the December elections. We have another call on the line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning, sir. What's your name?
Good morning. My name is Opata. I'm calling from Akuti in the Lower Manyakowo municipality.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Were you at any of the registration centers yesterday?
Yesterday, I was at precisely Akuti Osokutu police station. The name of the place is Osokutu. The registration center is Osokutu.
Okay.
At Akuti. And in fact, I'm surprised nobody is talking about this. In Lower Manya yesterday, both the main office, EC office, and the mobile station, we waited up to around 1:45 before the machine could work. When you key in the date of birth at my registration center, when the date of birth is keyed in, either the machine will reduce the date of birth either by 3 years, by a year.
The machine itself will change it.
Is that?
You said that when your date of birth is keyed into the machine itself changes the date.
Yes, the machine will reduce the age of the person. The age of the person by either a year or 3 years or 2 years.
Really?
So you have to wait till 1:45. Yesterday at my center, we registered only 14, the whole day, around 4:15 about it rain. And we heard the EC saying that they had provided a standby generator. At our center, there was nothing like that. So if there was light off yesterday, there is nothing we could have done. So please, the EC is not telling us the truth. He's not telling Ghanaians the truth. We must put it on record. At our meeting, when we were trained, the NDC, when we were trained at our meeting, we were told that the mobile station, our electoral director told us that when they met EC said that the mobile station, they will do offline registration so that we will not have problem with network and it will be smooth.